I wonder if everyone hears me okay. If anyone is even here. I don't know if anyone is here. It seems like no one is here. Okay, so this is my first live. Okay, there's one person. Yay! Okay, so this is my first live, and this is going to be a Reiki sharing live. So I do this every day anyway. I do it at night before I go to bed. So I decided that I am going to make a live video. That is the bell that we're going to hear every 3 minutes. And we're going to go through every part of the body. And then we're going to go through a little bit of an explanation. And that way, I don't know, we can relax and we will see how it goes. This is the first time I do this. So I usually do this in my mind. So this is going to be a strange video. So we're gonna clear the atmosphere. And this is just to see. I usually do this with a chant, but this time I'm going to use one of these bells. So I'm just going to hit it once. And that is what I use to kind of clear the atmosphere from any energy or any type of things that I'm not welcoming right now, because it does kind of scare anything that is not welcome to my meeting, I guess. So that's how I see it. And well, remember that it's all about the intention, right? If you have the intention of something, that is what is important. So that is how I clear the atmosphere. Now, after I do that, I reminded some of you, I don't know how many of you saw it, to have something warm. And so we're going to bless our beverage. And for any Reiki practitioner that knows how to do this through symbols, we're going to use the symbols. And the other ones, I just want you to concentrate on just blessing this beverage. So for some of you, could be some warm tea or some hot beverage. Hopefully not alcohol or anything like that, but something like healthy and warm of your choice. So I'm going to start with the symbols that I know. So, Tigatian Konyo, Tigatian Konyo, Tigatian Konyo, 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 Hunches Shaman, Hunches Shaman, Hunches Shaman, Seheki, 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 Chokore, Chokore, Chokore. And then I take one moment to just imagine these symbols going inside this beverage. And so now not only the beverage is charged with the symbols and the energy of Reiki, but also the cup too. So every time I charge, I have another drink of tea, I have that intention that is already blessed with the energy of Reiki and the symbols of Reiki. So you guys can do that with your beverage. Will I have some of mine? If you have some beverage with you. I hope everyone is hearing me okay. If you're not, please let me know. So now I'm going to proceed with what I do in regards to the prayer of appreciation. And I do that every time I want to invite Reiki into the room or into the atmosphere that I'm in. And so I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to do the prayer of appreciation. And then I'm going to explain the reasons why I do it that way and in that order. Okay? So just let me have a sip. So I'll invite all of you to just place your hands like this on your heart and take a moment to breathe in and breathe out. I'm thankful for myself. I'm thankful for my parents. I'm thankful for my partner. I'm thankful for Reiki energy. I'm thankful for God. I'm thankful for Jesus Christ. I'm thankful for every enlightened being that has been, are, and will be in my life experience. I'm grateful for the universe, all well-being, and my enlightened helper. So the reason why I give thanks for myself is because I realized that if it was not because I'm breathing, I wouldn't be praying. So I remember hearing these teachings from my teacher too, in a different way though. But it's important to remember that we ourselves are sacred and important because we have the tendency of thinking of others first when it is for survival required for us to think about us first. You learn that when you're going to a trip to another country and you learn how to survive in an airplane, right? So the reason why I thank my parents is because no matter who they are or where they are or what they've done or what they did or whoever they are, it is because of them and due to them that I am here. So it is part of who you are and is the reason why you're here. I'm grateful for my partner because it's the person that supports me when I need of help or I need of support and protection. And grateful for then you can be grateful for everything that you believe and have. So in other words, I leave it up to you after that in regards to faith, in regards to God's, in regards to beliefs. It is up to you. So I picked those ones that I was raised with and the ones that I learned from. And I do give thanks in general to every enlightened being that is here to help me in my path, because sometimes we don't even know them or don't remember them, but they're here with us to guide us. So after the prayer of appreciation, then I feel ready to start providing Reiki to myself or to a family member. So then I start with the eye zone, and you don't even have to touch your body. So I'm going to start placing the bell, and every time the bell sounds, we're going to change to a different point. So the first point is on top of the eyes. And you can be as far as close as you can, but it doesn't matter. I just leave it like 2 inches away, and I still feel the energy going through. You can use this moment to let go of any vision that you want to let go of and replace it with any vision that you would like to see. So it could be anything from whatever you like, really, is your choice. Whatever you want to imagine in this moment. Okay. I was worried it was not going to sound. It was 12:12 when the bell came on. It was so pretty to see. Okay. I mean, in the seconds that I'm seeing here live, the numbers were coinciding. Okay, so you guys can have a sip of tea. It's so hard not to fall asleep. Okay, so we're going to continue with the exercise of letting go of any fear or resistance that is there and replace it with anything that you would like to imagine. Because really, you can invest the time either or in one side or the other. Okay, so we're going to work in the temples, and it's located right here. So let go of any fears or worries. And remember to breathe in and breathe out as deep as you can. You feel good too. Don't force it. It's no rule to it. Wow. So I noticed that my arms were hurting because I don't do this like this on a daily basis. Whenever I go to sleep, I simply place my hand on my neck and my heart, and I use those 2 points because those are the ones I use the most, because I am a public speaker, let's say. So I use my voice a lot, and I also use my heart because a lot of the things that I do for free. So it's two chakras that get really worked. So that's where I provide Reiki at night, and it's the 2 points that I use to make myself fall asleep as soon as possible, and to replenish, of course. So you guys can have another drink if you guys like, or it's not ruling here. This is what I do every day, so I'm just sharing with you guys and giving you a little bit of explanations here and there. And this is going to be very simple today, but as we go, we're going to be adding more information, and I'm going to actually be adding this into my Patreon account in the future. So we're going to go on to the back of the head, and so we're just going to place our hands right here and just leave them there for the rest of the time that we have here. And let go of anything left there in regards to fear. Replace it with your thoughts of love and imagination. Okay. Ooh. Sometimes when I work on these areas, like whatever is the head areas, sometimes is where you start like seeing either colors or pictures flashing. So I don't know if you guys have experienced that so far, but sometimes you get to experience that. And you get to see a lot of the colors that are like purple and white and blue. Those types of colors are the colors that pass by. So now we're going to work on the forehead and the back of the head. So right here in front of the eye chakra and on the back. And if you guys feel tired, because this is never about feeling uncomfortable, if you feel tired, what you can do is just place your arms wherever it feels ready, and then just put the intention on that area that we're working on. So we're going to be working on forehead and back of the head. Whew, that was powerful. So that's a very sensitive area. I don't know if anyone feel really weird, but it's very sensitive. You feel the energy really strong in there. So yeah, that's very sensitive area, I guess, for all the clairvoyants. So now we're going to work on the ears. A lot of times the ears are very sensitive. Sometimes when I had my first Reiki clients, it was the ear, the one that they felt the most. The first visits, it was like they always like, I felt this ring in my ear. I feel this ring in my ear. So it would be possible that you guys feel something like that. It's also the, well, clairaudience, favorite side of the body. So we're going to provide Reiki in there and try to hear any sound that we can. So that is how I develop my clairaudience, is to try to let go of kind of like sucking every sound that I can. Okay, well, okay, let's do it. I hope it's not too high. It's not too loud for you guys. But it usually scares me anyway. So we're going to work on the throat area now. And this is the area of the throat chakra, is the area of communication. So I usually focus on the color blue, blue sky, when I'm working on this area. It's the area that I usually fall asleep at night when I go to bed. Very good for that if you guys want to work on helping yourself to fall asleep. And very good for communicators, for improving your voice if you're a singer, anything that has to do with your voice and speaking up for what you believe and saying the truth and being true to yourself and everyone. So we're going to work on the throat area. Okay, so that's nice. I'll follow my Reiki Master guide. I have my own manuals, but I like hers better because they're very, very, very simple to follow. So we're going to work on the thyroid. So it's right on this area. And I mean, I am very impressed of your patience, you guys, the ones who have stayed the whole time, because this is what a real Reiki session is about. So it's about taking that time to work on every point. So let's go with the thyroid and the thymus glands. And so we're going to just place our hands in here for 3 minutes. Okay, so we're going to work on the heart chakra, and here is where we're going to let go of anything we want to forgive. So if you guys have any type of feeling of uneasy feeling with anybody, or you feel like somebody has an uneasy feeling with you and there is no way to explain, or there is no way to communicate those things, this is the time where we can use and from our heart to let them know that we love them and whatever is necessary, because you can let go of whatever you don't want in your life anymore, or you can also just let go of the feeling of guilt and the feeling of that they're not forgiving you, because this is the time where you can be sincere and from your heart talk to them. So let's work on the heart chakra. Okay, so feels good. Now we're going to work on the shoulders. And I'm just working on these areas first because this is not the order I usually follow, but it's the one that you guys can see for now. So we're going to work on the shoulders, and this is for you guys to let go of the guilt and the responsibility. So this is very good for you if you are a single father or a single mother and you have too much on your plate, or if for some sort of reason you have the heavy weight of the world on your shoulders. So it's good to let go of that energy. So let's work on that area, visualizing anything you want to let go of your shoulders, just flying away from you, away from you. Let's do it. So it's interesting because I did feel like letting go of everything that I don't really feel guilty about much. I don't know why. I mean, like, that might not be a good thing, but I was not really spending that much time in there. However, I start getting a lot of ideas for new projects, and I was like, it's interesting. I guess when you don't have any energy in there, I imagine the energy goes and focus somewhere else. Just a thought. So we're going to work on the lungs now, and in this one, I really want you guys to focus on everyone out there that may need some Reiki energy. And so we're going to breathe in and breathe out and imagine all this Reiki energy going into the lungs and clearing out any negative energy and taking it out of there, okay? During the 3 minutes that are coming. So I'm going to start now because I want us to work the most in there. So let's do that. Work on the lungs, the tips of the lungs. Okay. So we are going to work on the solar plexus next, and it's right next to it. So you can even leave the hands. I don't know how to show you guys. Right here is the solar plexus. Okay, so we're gonna work in there, and it's where we're going to let go of fear. We're going to let go of fear there. So all the fear that we probably get through the media, from family members, friends, through whatever is going on in your life right now, we're going to focus on let go of that, and also focus on those that we know that live in fear, and help them and send them energy. And if they want to accept it, because if they don't know you're sending energy, they won't receive it. But you can also send it to universe and ask their fate to ask them to receive it, and that way they will accept it. So that is how you do it when you are unsure of them receiving Reiki from you. Just a tip. So let's do the solar plexus, my dears. Okay. I just got some sort of a vision or something, guys. I'm going to share with you just because I'm supposed to. So I got this feeling of things walking up my throat, just like walking out like little spiders, just walking out. And then I was like, this feels weird. And then I felt this taste in my mouth, and it was kind of like not good, like a weird taste. And then I get this sort of a message. It's not a voice, but some sort of a message telling me that is a good way of visualizing. For those of you who may be afraid of having some sort of thing already, imagine these little things having this taste in, because you have now this new energy in your body that they don't like. Okay, you now have this awful taste in your body that they don't like, and then they just walk out of your mouth. And this is just imagination. It's kind of like visualizing that. I got the vision, I got the message. So let's work on the pancreas and the spleen. You can leave your hands wherever you like, just focus on those areas. And if you want to visualize that for you, or for the ones that you know or may think of that have been in fear or that are in fear, you can also do the same. All right, let's do that. I feel a lot of sensations right here. Okay, so that was fun. So now what we're going to do next, I don't know why I feel like a lot of sensations right here. Okay. So we're going to work on the Hara chakra, and that is kind of on your belly, and that is the area for relationships. And so is our partners, our family members, our closest friends. And so I usually visualize the color orange around that area. Is also connected to your emotions. And so I visualize the orange color, and I just visualize all my relationships getting better, or any relationship that you want to improve getting better. And as you visualize it getting better in your imagination, it will transform in reality. So let's do that for the rest of time for the Hara. That felt awesome. So we're going to start descending, because those points that we have been working before are points that had kind of taken us away into the clouds. So now we're going to start descending again into Earth. So we're going to work next on our root chakra. Yes, our root chakra. So that is on our genitals. So you guys can put your hands wherever you like. I told you, I don't care. So we're going to think about or strengthen our immune system. And so we're going to feel ourselves like the trunk of a tree, like really, really strong and really protected by everything the tree has, and full of energy, full of vitamins, full of everything that we need to survive in this world. So we're just going to visualize that for the rest of the time. Okay. So now we're going to work on. We're gonna work on our legs, but you guys can work on. You guys can put your hands on your legs, or you can put your hands on your knees, wherever you feel like you want the energy to go to. And now that we're sitting in the earth, and we let go of all that we didn't need before, that energy. Now we're going to start attracting. So we're going to start attracting anything that we need from Mother Earth, from the elements, from the nutrients that Mother Earth has, the plants, whatever it can provide us. So we're going to visualize everything that we need coming inside our body, from the earth down to our body, okay? So we'll do that for the rest of the time for our legs. Okay. So for some of us, there is one more point we're gonna work on. Since we work on the root chakra, we did 2 points. So I want to work on the kidneys for some reason. The kidneys. So we just put the hands on our back, on our lower back, and work there for the next 3 minutes. And it's still the root chakra. So just visualize you coming back to earth. And I'm very happy that there's a lot of noise, because meditation is all about it, embracing the moment wherever you are, and just closing your eyes and embracing the moment and accepting it. So we're going to come back to earth completely with this last point, and for the rest of the time we have left. many of you heard the bird, but I heard a bird in the background. So I'm going to stop the bell, you guys. If you have been here from the beginning, please don't stand up so fast. I don't know if you have, because I see people coming and going. So that was really good. I really enjoy it. Take a couple of minutes to kind of ground yourself. So I'm going to be doing this daily for the next 21 days, hopefully, if everything goes well. So if you guys want to join me from 7 to 8, I will every night have something different. I didn't really have anything planned for today, other than just go through the points, and all the guidance came through my spirit guides. So I'm very grateful for that, and I'm very grateful for all your love and attention. And I hope to see you tomorrow. And if not, I hope that you do it anytime that you remember how this is done. I'm going to also add a lot of my work in my Patreon account, a lot of my notes, a lot of my classes in there for anyone that would like to go there and access them. So since I got you guys for a long time, I really appreciate you. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Big kiss. Bye-bye, guys. Now I have to learn how to get out of here without this being awkward. And okay.